you, George. That was a good speech.
Thank you.
That was very good. And to be quite honest, I could even see a little bit of nervousness with your hands, which I don't want to just say is like that's bad, because we've all been there. We all been nervous. What was strange is that your voice was very clear, and that it didn't show it. In fact, you were this loud, this direct, and this focused in how you addressed all of us and gave your speech. Unfortunately, though, you were using your note cards and you relied very heavily on it. That was a big part of Project 3, is that you try to wing off the note cards. So a lot of times, as you were talking, you would begin a little bit, and then you would take a pause, and then you would continue going, all the while looking down at your note cards. What's strange, though, is that every time you open your hands like this, just kind of flap them open. I don't know if you guys saw this, but he got a lot more emotional. It started to see like the real George. That you were just talking to us, that you were telling us, and wasn't just prepared exactly verbatim. It just flowed out of you. Another thing that I want you to improve on is something a lot of us are guilty of when we stay in place. You were actually rocking on your back heels a lot. It's something I noticed. That comes with time. Eventually you want to make sure your movements are clear, decisive, so it's not pacing. But I think you can do it. You already displayed so much promise with your speech. Honestly, it made me a little bit jealous of my first speech. Well, this isn't your first speech either. But you're so young starting it out. You can give you like most improved player award because you're already starting out so well. So,
thank you. Yes. Appreciate it.
Amazing evaluation. I think you said everything that I wrote down on that slip, so that's crazy.
Down everything on my slip.
So on to the next evaluation, which will be evaluating Tyler Burnette's speech, is Mike Boo. Invite him to stage.
So I'd like to say first, Tyler, you did a good second speech. It's one of the better speeches I've seen compared to like everyone else's second speech, so congrats for you. So how I like to format my evaluation, I'm going to do a good sandwich. So for those who don't know, a good sandwich means you start off with some points that are really good about it, and then you go to the bad portions of it, and then you end on a good note, so you don't feel like you just roasted that in a way. So my first part, that was good. I like your structure of your speech. I remember right before the meeting started, you gave me your computer, and I saw, it was like an essay in a way. You had an intro, you had a body, and then you had a conclusion, which I like about that, because last time I evaluated somebody, I didn't know what the topic was in the beginning until I got there, and I didn't know how the format was. I don't know if there were going to be like 3 bodies or like 2 intros or something like that. So congrats to you for that. I also liked your audience participation. You asked the whole audience, has anyone, I don't remember, but you got each other.
Does anybody drive a car?
Yeah, does anyone drive a car to campus, commuting? And I like that because you get your audience's attention right away. And so they're not paying attention, so you get their attention. So, and also, I sound kind of like a professor saying this, but I like your citation for the MIT thing. And so, it's a lot of statistics. Like when you have a statistic, it makes your speech more credible. So, it makes your speech better overall. So, onto the bad things. In the beginning, you said you know a lot. Your filler word was you know. But that was only in the first half of the speech. In the second half, I didn't notice any filler words, and you were fine on that. Also, you seemed a bit nervous in the period throughout the whole thing. You had a lot of pauses, but those pauses were better than just the filler words. It's good to have pauses instead of filler words. And on to the good parts. You had good eye contact, and you had good hand motions. I saw when people use hand motions, that means they're more confident in how they speak. And yeah, I remember when you were talking about cross country, I felt like I could relate to that. It was a very good mention of analogy, because I was in cross country myself. I remember I was really bad. I had 30-minute 5Ks, and I went down to 19 minutes. So I can relate to that perfectly. So overall, great speech. Thank you.
Awesome. I like how you went very in detail with that evaluation. You gave everything that you saw on the stage. I know Tyler will use that information to make his next speech even better. So the last speech was, I'm blanking real hard, Alex. Usually evaluators have a tough time with Alex, and the next victim to try to tackle that is Jiten. Welcome Jiten to the stage.
Alright, Alex. So your speech reminded me of my friend Zack, and he was known for not bailing for months and months and months.
Oh,
So before I give you your evaluation, you are looking very good today. And that's my first compliment for your speech. I like to start how you engage the audience and ask them a question about them having a best friend. I like how you use the word superfluous. That's how you say it.
Superfluous.
Superfluous, whatever, man. I wish I can use this word superfluous so that I can use the word superfluous maximum time. I like the variation in your tone. You stood here and you said, "Dude, what the hell, man?" And then you counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you did this thing. So I like all those variations. I think this was a very unique speech where you combine emotions, you combine humor, you engage the audience, and I don't expect anything less than this from you. So good job on that. Also, I noticed, I don't know how many people have noticed him speaking. He does this thing. And I think it's a very smart thing to avoid using and I can see when I try to avoid that, I have to breathe in between. It's very smart to do that, but at the same time, since I noticed it, it's not the best way to do this, in the sense, it's not the best way to avoid using breathing so obviously that people can notice it. It should come in a very subtle way that it remains unnoticed. Overall, it was very unique, like I said. It had all the elements of a good speech. Towards the end, I felt that it was a little low in energy. The ending could have been better. But great job. Overall, I have great expectations from you. Good luck, ma'am.
thank you.
That could be interpreted different ways. I expect nothing less from you. Boy, I expect nothing less from you. All right, but amazing evaluation. You actually found something that you did bad. That's great. But on to the people behind the scenes, the odd counter and the grammarian. The grammarian who filled in last minute was Burnette, right?
Mary is actually
Oh.
here today.
Yeah, Mary was grammarian. So can you give us your report?
Okay, so I'm nervous right now. I'm just doing this right here. So, George, you didn't have any. Tyler didn't have any that I noticed. Now I'm not the best at grammar, so Alex, you said where is instead of where are. And I don't know the order So,
Me neither.
Jessica did great. Enrique, you said like and so a little bit, so Jeremiah, you did good, and butcher your name. So Amron,
Yeah, that's right.
okay, you said like a lot, so I just wanted to tell you that, and then Lola, you did good. So.
Right, and then the off counter, right? Yeah. Burnette. Thank you.
Thanks, Zack. So starting off with speeches, George, you had 1 good job. Tyler Burnette, you had 1 you know and 4 us. Alex Mathews, I didn't notice any. Good job. Now to next section, table topics. Grace, I had 4 ums. Jessica, there you are. I didn't see anything or notice anything. Enrique had 3 us. Jeremiah, 1 Imran, is that correct?
Yeah.
I had 2 us. Lola, I didn't notice anything. Good job. And Tyler Burnette, 2 ums for about.
For the tabletop?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then evaluation, Zack, I don't think I noticed anything, so good job. Alex Rosenberg, there you are. I had 1 Mike, I had 3 so's and 1 also, and also. Jiten, I had 1 and 1 So overall, everyone did a great job with regards to filler words such as whatnot. If you're struggling with this and you want to improve, I would say a great tip with regards to this is using short pauses, which is a lot better than or and also and whatnot. It allows for the individuals to still pay attention to your speech without detracting too much away from it with filler words. Thank you.
Can I say something onto that? Because I used to say a lot.
Right.
I used to say a lot, but with habits I've found, especially in speaking, if you think you're about to say it don't think about not saying it. Instead, think about replacing it with a different habit. Because that's how habits work. So if you think you're going to say an just don't say anything. And then your body will get into the rhythm of that.
So, finally, the timer. How did the evaluators do?
Everyone's good for evaluators.
All right. So, on your, I'm so glad I called the All right. On your slip, there's the best evaluator. Can you guys fill out that and then pass it to the middle for Ikra and I guess Tyler also? It's a collective. I don't know, there's 2 names up. Or man, woman, whatever. Cute, whatever. So while you guys are doing that, I'll give the evaluation of how I think the meeting went. Everything was in time. They had amazing questions from Grace. And honestly, I can't think of a single thing that went wrong with this meeting. So kudos to all of you that spoke. And I hope that the guests can see what we're all about. And as soon as we're done collecting all the votes, I will turn it over to Toastmaster. So, we're done?
Yep.
All right. Welcome Tyler to the stage.
Alright, that concludes our evaluation portion of the meeting. We're actually making very good time, which is really scary. Usually we finish near 7, it's 6:30. Okay. Alright, well that concludes my portion of the meeting. Now I'll introduce the president to the stage, Alex Mathews.
Let's give another round of applause for Toastmaster today. So Imran, what do you think of the meeting? It's cool. Very specific. Lola, what do you think of the meeting?
I loved it.
Great. All around. Okay, announcements. Table topics meeting.
If you haven't noticed, we have a general body meeting every week and a complimentary meeting. The complimentary meeting this week will be Wednesday, 7:45 to 8:45. It's a table topics meeting, consists of only table topics. So questions on questions on questions, answers on answers on answers. You get to boost your confidence in the impromptu speaking. It'll be on Facebook, so keep up with that and other announcements. The office,
Will be here.
it will be in room 267, and it's on the Facebook event, so you should be able to see that on there too. But 267, MLC. Officer elections, announcements. That'll be next week. We're meeting with everyone this week, so those will be posted online and announced verbally next Monday. Guest sign-in. If you haven't signed in and want to speak to officer and become a member, if you would like, then you can sign your name and your email, and we will contact you probably in the next few days. Our VPM, Jeremiah Bond, takes care of all of that and meets with everyone, and does a great job, by the way. Okay, let's get the roll sign up out of the way while we're doing this, and we have our Vice President of Education, who is also our Toastmaster of the day, and he will take care of signing up people for speaking roles, evaluating roles, and everything else.
Yes. What's up? Oh, okay. Well, I've been told to come up here and try to bring it up on the computer beside it on. So I'm gonna get my computer. It's up there. Hold up. So I'll also be signing people up for our Speakathon, which is next Wednesday on the 29th. All right. Let's see. All right, so right now for the 27th, which is next week, we have all of our speaker spots signed up already. We have Shmiti, Ikra signed up, Zack signed up, and also Blake. And then we have one evaluator signed up, Jiten. And then we have Burnette signed up for Table Topics.
Next week?
Yes.
I thought we were gonna switch with, oh, never mind, yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we need a Toastmaster of the day. So the role that I took today. Anyone like to be Toastmaster of the day next week? Alex. All right.